my channel. Happy New Year. In today's video, I have 4 really easy crockpot meals for you, so I hope you enjoy, and let's get to it. I'm starting off with sweet and sour meatballs. So I have the meatballs, some soy sauce, some sweet and sour sauce, some green peppers, some pineapple, some garlic, some pepper, and then some brown sugar. You're just going to go ahead and dump all of that right into the crock pot, mix everything together really well, and then get this ready to start cooking. Then I set the crock pot on high for about 3.5 to 4 hours. If you wanted to do them on low, you do it for 6.5 to 7 hours. Here is how they turned out. We just put them over a bed of rice, and this was really delicious. The second recipe is a simple goulash, so I'm just starting by chopping up my onions and peppers. And now I'm going to brown up my hamburger, adding a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic while that is cooking. You could definitely use chicken here or pork, any meat that you would like. Once this is done cooking and browning, then I will get ready to put this in the bottom of our crock pot. And now I'll go ahead and add everything else in. We have some garlic, the pepper and onions. I have a can of Rotel that I did not drain, some tomato sauce, and then I am using about a 1/3 jar of this ragu pasta sauce. You could use any pasta sauce you want, about 1/3 of a jar. And then it does call for a cup of water, so I just added that into the jar as well and kind of gave that a good shake so we didn't lose any of the pasta sauce. And then after that, just added in some Italian seasoning. I would say probably a tablespoon or so. Turned this on to high and I let that go for about 2 to 3 hours. If you were going to do it on low, it would be 4 to 6 hours. And then once this is done, you will add the pasta at the end. Now that this is ready, I'm going to go ahead and add in my pasta. I just have some elbow macaroni, about half of the box. Pour that in, give that a good stir. Throw the cover back on, and you're going to let that go for about another 30 to 45 minutes until your pasta is completely cooked through, and then you're ready to serve. We just went ahead and added a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top, and this was really good, super simple. My daughter loved it, so this is definitely a kid pleaser. The third recipe is Crockpot steak bites. So we just have some steak here that I'm going to cut into bite-sized pieces. And then I'm also dicing up about half of an onion. And now I'm just going to take the steak and I'm going to brown each side just a little bit with some butter here on the stove to give it a little bit of color. I do think this really helps by giving it more flavor in the end. You don't have to do this. You can definitely just throw your meat right in. It'll still taste good, but I would suggest just browning it a little bit first. You're not cooking it all the way through. You're just browning each side. Now that the steak is all nice and browned up, go ahead and add that to the bottom of your crock pot. Throw in the rest of your ingredients. We have the onion, garlic, a cup of beef broth, and then just salt, pepper, and some garlic powder. You could add any seasonings that you like. Give that a really good stir. Then you're going to add in about 4 tablespoons of butter right over the top. Throw on the lid and cook this for 6 to 8 hours on low or 3 to 4 hours on high. About a half hour before this was ready, I did take some of the juice out and made a little cornstarch slurry. Poured that back in, gave that a good stir, and let that go for the last half hour to kind of thicken up the juices a little bit. I then served this over some mashed potatoes with a side of green beans. This was absolutely delicious. If you're going to try any of these, this is the one. And finally, we have a dessert. We have cinnamon roll apple cobbler. So you're gonna need 2 cans of cinnamon rolls. It doesn't matter what kind. Take each cinnamon roll and cut those into quarters. Then go ahead and spray at the bottom of your crock pot and layer in some of the cinnamon rolls. Then you're gonna take a can of apple pie filling and layer that over the top of the cinnamon rolls. Then take the rest of your cinnamon rolls, put that on top, and then another layer of the apple pie filling. Once you have done that, go ahead and cook this on low for 2.5 to 3 hours until the cinnamon rolls are nice and brown. And then the recipe I have does say to take the icing packets and just go ahead and put that all over the top. What I did is I did it individually as I was going ahead and making these up in the bowls. That way you're not losing all of your frosting at the bottom of your crock pot, but you could do it either way. These turned out really, really good. It was delicious. We wish we had had some vanilla ice cream. So if you're gonna do this and you like vanilla ice cream, maybe definitely try it with the vanilla ice cream. I think that's what we're gonna do the next time. But it was really good and simple, and it hit the spot. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you have a very blessed week.